So I'm kind of wondering about Latavia because I feel like Latavia. Other people have noticed this too, that Latavia Roberson kind of seems to be a little more distant from all the girls. I remember her and Latoya were like close at one time, especially during you know, the last year of Destiny's Child. And even after Destiny's Child, her, Latoya, and Latavia were like two peas in a pod. They were very close. Well, I've noticed that Latoya don't even really hang out with her like that anymore. She does like her posts and will comment every once in a while, but Latoya's living her life doing a damn thing. Like her and Ludacris's wife are her best friends, and she's around them all the time. So I just wanted to kind of see about that. So for what I'm feeling from this reading is Latavia is kind of mentally unstable. She I feel like Latoya was able to bounce back from what happened with Destiny's Child. She was able to kind of take her career in another direction. She started making, films. She started being on, a few shows here and there. She's been making appearances. And her first solo project that Latoya did was a success. Y'all remember "Torn in Between the Two"? I'm not a singer. I'm sorry. And I really wanna be with you. That sounds so horrible. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm so fucking goofy. But anyway, yeah, the Torn song that she sung, and that was my song. That was my jam. But anyway, so Latavia kind of Latavia's from this card. I feel like Latavia is the type of person where she's very sociable. She has a good personality, but for some reason, people don't stay in her life that long. She doesn't keep friends or relationships that long. She's one of those type of people where she kind of drives people away from her. And like it's almost like after a while she does something that kind of puts a bad taste in someone's mouth. I don't know if it's like I feel it from her. I feel like spirit is telling me erratic behavior. I feel like she kind of has erratic behavior, and it drives people away from her. She burns a lot of bridges. Well, especially back then, when she was. I will be honest, Latavia, and even she said this herself. She said after the whole thing happened between her and Destiny's Child, she was just kind of lost. She got into drug abuse, alcoholism, and she was going through some stuff. And I'm kind of seeing that right here in this card. She also burned a lot of bridges in the she burned some bridges in the industry too. Oh yes, honey. Matthew knows. I feel like between Latavia and Latoya, Latavia was the one that wasn't afraid to dig in Matthew Knowles' ass. Okay? She would let him have it. And she's one of those type of people where she's gonna speak her mind. And that's what she did, and unfortunately it caused Matthew Knowles to blackball her. It caused them to blackball her. I even feel like she's been like having like even some issues with like, yes, she was gagged ordered. Like they put a gag on her too. So I'm just feeling like there's like a kind of like a cycle that happens with her, as far as people. Like I said, she's a very strong person, but um, she's like you hear, she speaks her mind. Like she speaks her mind, and I feel like she said a lot of things. She said some things to people like Beyonce or some of her friends. She said some things to them that were kind of cruel. Like she might have even did some things where she talked about them behind their back. So I feel like particularly from Beyonce, she just doesn't trust her. Okay, she doesn't trust her. So one time they had this family dynamic, between the girls and Tina Knowles and Matthew Knowles, and unfortunately, after a lot of the stuff that happened, it kind of caused everyone to kind of go in their own direction, you know. But yeah, I'm seeing that she's burned. She's kind of, a lot of people don't really fuck with her like that. They don't. For one, I feel like she couldn't revive her singing career because a lot of people in the industry that she used to work with didn't think that she had the talent to kind of do it. Now, I heard that she was kind of like supposed to be like the rapper of the group, not necessarily the singer, but I just don't feel like they saw that in her, which is why her career became kind of stagnant because she was basically, Beyonce was basically, I will be honest, Beyonce was holding them up. Beyonce and Kelly, they were kind of holding them up. And without someone holding you up, you kind of fall to the wayside. So, but yeah, this caused a lot of people, Beyonce, Tina Knowles, Latavia. This, sorry, my stomach growling. This caused a lot of people to kind of flee from her. Yeah, like I said, she does have some mental issues. I'm feeling anxiety issues. I'm feeling kind of like a bipolar energy coming from her. So, yeah, that kind of got in the way of a lot of things. So, and not only that, but when she went against Beyonce and her dad and sued them, I kind of feel like Beyonce felt like ultimately betrayed, and so it's just a lot of shit that happened. But even though they're cool now, um, even to this day, I feel like her relationship with Beyonce, Kelly, and even Latoya, like it will never be like it used to be. Unfortunately, they've all grown apart. They were young girls when that all that stuff happened. They're grown women now, so um, I am seeing where she and Beyonce have just like kind of reconciled and kind of put the past behind them. But I don't think Beyonce will be calling her up on the phone like, "What's up, girl? What you doing?" I don't think it'll be anything like that. So, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, she tried to go after she tried to go after Beyonce's and them coins at one time, honey. But yeah, she's going through a lot of stuff mentally. So, but and now I also feel like the girls just they're everything just they're just heading in a different direction. All the girls, but um, so yeah, there you have it. Hope y'all enjoyed this reading.